Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Speed here, and Dota has put out a new news entry that is focused around when the next update is coming, but primarily around helping new players learn Dota, which is awesome. I mean, can you guys imagine if Dota actually became even more of a mainstream game? Not that like Dota isn't a big game, you know, it's always up there. It's always on the Twitch numbers and things like that. You know, 400k concurrent players is solid, but it's definitely not league numbers, and it's been on, I'm not gonna say a decline, but a steady, a steady decline. All right, but let's get into reading the blog. I'm really curious to see what they have to say, and I'm obviously gonna be giving my takes on absolutely everything, so let's get into it. All right, and I wanna let you guys in on a little bit of a secret. Upcoming on the gameleap website, we're gonna be running a 50% off sale, and I wouldn't be recommending the site if I honestly didn't believe you learn a ton. Like, the amount of effort we put into these videos to give you guys in-depth content compared to the stuff you see on YouTube is insane. You know, I post exclusive content there daily, so yeah, go check it out, click the link down below, and if you use the code NEW, you'll get 50% off. Go sign up. Tomorrow marks the launch of Dota Dragon's Blood on Netflix, which I'm actually very excited for, guys. When I first heard it was announced, I'm not like an anime guy. I've actually sworn off any weebs from ever watching my videos. So if you somehow made it through the cracks, this is your last chance to get out. But I guess I'm gonna have to, you know, kick myself out because I'm probably gonna be watching it. I'm very excited. I'm definitely gonna be watching it to check this out. It should be awesome. With the news surrounding excitement, it's a good time to introduce a comprehensive update to the new player experience to help guide any potential newcomers as they join up to play. As the community knows, depth and discovery are hallmarks of Dota. They're why we play. However, the depth also brings a vast number of new things to process and absorb, and the first steps of Dota discovery sometimes feels overwhelming. It's true that the highs of Dota are surprising and joyous, but for new players, it's often difficult to sift through all the information and find clear paths to positive results. Today's update aims to help with that. Because the roads to victory in Dota are many, there are tons of different ways to learn and play. Some players benefit from learning through the ropes with friends from the start, while others love to absorb as much information on their own before joining the multiplayer fray. Overall, different players have different needs, and we found that linear tutorials alone aren't effective at helping people learn the game. Instead, we think a mixture of diverse tools and resources have the greatest potential at helping new players learn based on their specific needs. With this approach, we can offer a system of steady engagement that provides gradual learning opportunities rather than relying on a single dump of complex information. This includes a variety of changes to help both new and returning players alike. It's a lot to unpack, so let's dive in below. So there's a streamlined shop. These items will help you, okay. So it looks like there's a shop that shows you sort of how to build items, right? It kind of gives you the lowdown on building items. This one's a bit weird. Why does Guardian Greaves have like the item description below it? That seems like, I guess they probably took a screenshot when they were still coding it, but nonetheless, that's very cool. It also shows you the gold totals below the item, so it kind of gives you the breakdown of that, which it doesn't in normal Dota, so that's very cool. So yeah, it breaks down the items. It'd be kind of cool if they told you what the item is good for. I wonder if they'll ever do that, like when you should actually buy it. But I guess that's what gameleap videos are for, a gameleap subscription. These items will help you begin the game, so okay, so it kind of like breaks down what you should buy and tells you what they do, right? It gives you like a general idea, which is cool. I think that's very useful for newer players. No matter how long they spend in a tutorial, browsing all the choices in the shop is one of the most daunting aspects of Dota for a new player, so we decided to not make them do that. Instead, new players will now see a streamlined version of the shop that limits the complexity of choices presented and helps them avoid information overload. Yeah, I mean, that's always kind of been a thing, like set builds, but it's like always something you had to go out of your way to select, if I'm not mistaken. And now it might seem like it's kind of just the default. Like if someone says, when they enter Dota, if they click, yeah, I'm new to the game, Dota won't even give them the option to see the entire shop, which I think is good because, my god, the shop and hero pool is just, it's very overwhelming in Dota, so it's very reasonable. The shop will display a guided experience with curated shop telling new players exactly what to buy. They can focus on impacting game with their hero instead of losing time shopping. Okay, I like that. I mean, eventually they do have to find time to learn about the shop and things like that, but it's definitely not, I don't think it's like the main focus of the early stages of Dota. This update also includes new default guides for heroes with an eye specifically towards helping newer players more easily execute an effective game plan for the hero they want to play. Players can opt to use the normal shop whenever they feel comfortable with choosing items, but until then, they can trust the items shown are the most appropriate for a new player. Seems great. New player objectives. Huh. Weird. Is it like a tutorial? This looks like a tutorial, but then like Slacks just made a tutorial. Weird. Oh, it's videos. Wait. Yeah, it's, oh, this one's just a video. Oh, okay. So it's just one video. I'm like, oh, gameleap's getting replaced. We're going out of business. GG. Everyone learns at their own pace, and the tools at a new player's disposal need to have the flexibility to match their individual needs. Players benefit from a variety of options and will learn the new game effectively in the long run if they can choose and focus on the areas they want to improve. To provide a resource for them to lean on whenever they feel the need, we've implemented a new quest-like system of objectives that let players explore aspects of the game in a controlled, scripted environment. Featuring 4 tiers of progression, it contains a mixture of tutorial-like scenarios for specific elements of the game, how-tos, alright, so it kind of just like breaks things down, like warding, teleporting, career control, teamfights, lockdown, initiation. Sure, I mean, I know a lot of 2K, 3K more players that need that. Actually, no, that's not even true. I know a bunch of 7K players that need that stuff. But okay, the first one is a crash course. You can choose where you want to go from there. We've also been encouraged by the community's own efforts and progress in this area, and we'll be including a section of the objectives community tutorial spearheaded by Sir Action Slacks. Very cool. If we see other similar activities in the space from the community, we'll look into adding it in the future as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit surprised they didn't, I guess ask these people to do it. I feel like they sort of did. They must have been talking to Slacks. They probably mentioned to Slacks that they were going to be doing this so that he knew to make the tutorial in combination, but I hope they do add his tutorial as like part of this. I'd be surprised if they don't, right? It seems like they're saying they're going to add like a, oh, the whole thing is added. Okay. Oh, cool. It's the whole thing. All right, awesome. Nothing pairs better with the accomplishment than reward. So to go along with the new player objectives, we compiled a rewards line that players will earn as they complete tasks in each of the 4 tiers. If they stick with their studies, they'll be kitted out and looking good for the lanes in no time, which is great. Dota always lacked this. It always lacked like challenges for newer players, or just kind of like getting into the game. Games like Fortnite, or yeah, I guess I'll just use Fortnite as an example. It has challenges. There's constant challenges, and whether or not you like Fortnite, it helps engage people, especially newer players, and it's frankly very effective. Dota features a ton of mechanics and details that are impossible to import or absorb all at once. The good news is that you don't need to learn everything right away because your Dota knowledge will grow as you play. With the help of the new glossary and aforementioned player objectives, you'll always have a resource available to help fill in any gaps that open along the way. Very cool. This looks very useful. Filled with information about the game, the glossary breaks down different aspects of Dota into digestible chunks. You can learn about the basics of heroes and items, or towers and creeps, or dig into mechanics ranging from leveling and experience to abilities and status effects. There are also sections covering all the units and items in the game, important features of the battlefield, crash course on Dota-specific teamwork, and a rundown of some of the more advanced topics. There's a lot to take in, but you can go at your own pace. A new player mode? I can't wait to smurf and grief all the new player mode games. I'm just kidding. Imagine I just made that a series. That'd be so bad. People would hate me. It's just like, hey guys, I'm a new player here. We're going into the new player mode to show these new players why they suck. It's helpful to limit the amount of information a new player has to absorb. Okay, so new player mode, I'm guessing it just, kind of lets only new players play with, a bunch of the more basic heroes. Oh, why did they put Pudge in it? To support this, if a new player in new player mode does leave the game, a bot will immediately take their place. That seems like a great idea. That's awesome. All right, that seems super good. To keep an even field, solo queue new players will always play with and against other solo queue new players. That seems very reasonable. They don't want to meet any parties or Dota veterans. Because fast matchmaking time is very important to new players, we've implemented a max queue time for new player mode to ensure a quick start while protecting the player pool, meaning the match will begin even without a full lobby using bots. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, the only like semi-concerning thing about this line is that it kind of implies to me that they don't expect to get that many people, which I don't really expect as well. Like, not to be some pessimist, but I don't know how many players the anime will actually bring into the game. I hope it's a lot. Obviously, I really hope that the game continues to flourish and, more people come into the scene so my videos get more views. But I'm serious about that. Like, I'm just a bit afraid that that's kind of what that means, but I guess we'll see nonetheless. We do recognize that some players will want to play with friends before they're ready for normal matchmaking, so if you queue in this mode with a party, you'll instantly be placed into a match with bots. Oh, okay, so they kind of just put you in bots if you do that. This will allow new users to play with friends of all skill levels while still ensuring a safe, controlled environment for others to learn. Nice. So they're basically protecting people from smurfs to the best of their ability. There still will be smurfs, I'd imagine. People are going to create new accounts, but, hopefully not a large portion. I doubt most people would be really interested in doing that. It sounds kind of unfun. Rules for the match are based upon the turbo mode modifications, which should provide space for players to get an understanding of the basics while encountering fewer sharp curves. I guess? I mean, I guess it's kind of reasonable. Shorter queue times, a shorter game length. So I get it, but it's like, I don't know, it's kind of weird to me. I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like that's one, I don't know. Maybe they just want to keep the game shorter so people get engaged, but that's just creating like a false precedent. I don't know. I'm not sure if I agree with that. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think it should be turbo, the new mode? I feel like it shouldn't be, but maybe they've done some studies or whatever. The ability to play Dota in a stress-free environment on your own schedule and more importantly at your own pace is one of the best ways. Oh, they're just putting in bots. All right. They've buffed bots. Cool, I'm not going to read that. If I miss something, you guys can read it. It just seems like they've buffed up some bots. In-game wizard tips. Crossing to the enemy side of the map when no heroes are visible can be dangerous. That's a great tip. So, you know, that's a great tip. I feel like most people need to hear that. Now and then. That's really funny. All right, nice. I mean, for sure. Gotta love the wizard tips. All right. I wonder if he's gonna say it out loud, like, crossing to the enemy side of the map when no heroes are showing can be dangerous. Some players famously love to play against bots. Dude, it's all about bots. Okay. Basically, the new wizard bot is gonna tell you to do stuff. Very cool. New player chat. To help newcomers dip their toes into the resources offered by the Dota community, we've added a dedicated chat channel for new players that can be accessed upon completion of the first set of new player tests. To foster a welcome environment, the channel admins consist of trusted community leaders from around the world who will help us select moderators. Alright, cool. We'll extend access to the channel to experienced players with high behavior scores to help answer any questions. Awesome, that sounds very useful. Moderators will be tasked with making sure experienced players in this channel are helpful and well behaved. Experienced players will only have access to the channel with high behavior score and a long history with many games played. Bans from this chat are final, so keep it friendly. Ooh, flexible coaching? What? That's so cool. Alright, really? They kind of did this before, but I don't think it was much of a hit. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a good idea. I think this is a great idea if you can get, you know, like if a new player can have like a 2, 3, 4, 5 KMR player. I guess maybe even higher if they want to do it. Coach, sure. Best way to learn is to play, but sometimes you're in the middle of a game when you realize you need help. Yeah, you get new coaches. Players that need help can request a coach to join them either in-game or from the dashboard. On the flip side, experienced players can see a list of folks seeking coaching and choose to help those in need. Coaches are limited to interacting with specific players, so coaches can text chat, voice chat, ping, and draw for students, all without disturbing others in the game. I'm guessing this is not in ranked, though. Is this for the new player mode? Like, I don't know what this means. I'm curious to see if this is for the new player mode. Oh god, this sniper definitely needs some coaching. Tranquil Boots, Blink Dagger, unused Tome of Knowledge, and Tangos. That guy should quit Dota. Greg, pretty decent item build. Drow, that seems like a lot of tangos, but alright. Oh, maybe it's just 2 sets of tangos? That's not bad. Just like friend coaching, these coaching sessions are private. They can be as short or as long as both sides want. Once completed, both the coach and player rate the session. Coaches will gain and lose rating based on how their players rated them, and both players and coaches may lose the ability to interact with the system if they get too many bad ratings. Hero briefs. Okay, so it kind of just tells you about the heroes. Not sure who any of the 100+ hero pictures in the rosters even are, much less what they do, or what the ramifications of choosing them might be. Fear not, each hero now has a focused overview breaking down core aspects of how they play, and you can now browse these rundowns at your leisure by checking the bottom left and each hero's loadout page. These are easy to parse descriptions, will come in handy when you're pressed for time, so we've also included them on the bottom of the hero info pane during the pick phase. That's great. You can also see examples of similar heroes here to help find other fun choices based on what you like to play. This should help you build out an understanding of the strengths and roles of different heroes, naturally expanding your hero pool as you experience grows. Dashboard assistance. The Dota dashboard is filled with useful tools for the trained eye, but it's a lot to process. Okay, so they're just going to help people get through the dashboard. Dota Plus for extra help. Nice, they're, promoting Dota Plus. While I'm at it, go get a gameleap sub. It's just a better Dota Plus. Banning smurfs. Ooh, I'm a smurf. Even the most fairly matched games of Dota can spiral out of control, and no one wants the extra burden of playing against smurfs. In the past, actually, I kind of like playing against smurfs because I feel like it's a challenge, but I know I'm in the minority of that. In the past, we've leaned heavily on attempting to detect smurf accounts and move them to their correct MMR more quickly. which has helped somewhat, but still causes damage along the way in cases of extreme smurfing. Starting today, smurfing will be a bannable offense. We will primarily focus on new accounts created after today, for which we will have high confidence in their smurfing and game-ruining behavior. Moreover, we will occasionally manually ban old pre-existing accounts that are clearly game-ruining. Furthermore, if you are found to be selling accounts, boosting, or engaged in similar game-ruining behaviors, your primary account may also be subject to a ban. To go along with this, we've recently increased our ban rate for boosters and purchased accounts. Honestly, it's a little bit hard for Valve to focus on banning these people because they do make up a decent portion of the community, so it almost hurts them to some extent, I think, to ban them. So that's why I think this is more of a threat to calm it down rather than, I don't think they'll actually do that much about it, to be real. Just from my experience with the fact that they've said they've been, working on this for forever, I don't really feel like it's going to change too much, but we'll see, Obviously, I'm not pro just smurf 24/7 and just ruin 10, 20 games a day. Obviously, I do have a smurfing series. It's in the intent to help people. I feel like it does more good than it does harm. That's obviously up for debate. That's subjective. But if I didn't feel that way, I wouldn't do the series. Nonetheless, yeah, I can totally understand why with newer players coming in, they don't want smurfs to ruin the experience. And you can report smurfs. That's the last thing. Returning players. With Dota's constant evolution, you don't have to be new to feel new. Sometimes players have to step away from the game for months or even years, and there will be a bunch of new things to catch up on that require an adaptation period upon return. To help, when you return to Dota after not playing for a while, your account will be placed into a special new calibration mode that takes into account how long you've been gone when analyzing your games. Really? It'll be more sensitive to monitoring how your skill compares to when you last played, placing you into good games so that you can have fun catching up on everything. So basically, it's going to tell you if you're trash now. So if you were Ancient 5 but you haven't played for 5 years, I actually don't think that's possible, but it could put you in an Archon game and just make you Archon. Because past accomplishments shouldn't feel like a punishment to returning players, or worse, a barrier to returning at all. Updated Dota website. Dota updated their website. Oh, so I guess it has a cool feature for heroes now. That's very cool. The Dota 2 website is happy to announce that it's finally leaving beta. With today's update, we begin our revamp of the site. This includes a rework of the Heropedia. I guess I'll open that real quick, check it out. Look at this. Can I zoom out? I kind of want to zoom out. Sometimes I just like to zoom out to look at the heroes. Alright, cool, I can zoom out. Nice, so you can zoom out, and I'm guessing I can click on a hero, so let's look at Juggernaut. I'll zoom back in now. And yeah, in a fury of slashes, Juggernaut cuts down his foes, blah blah blah. And it shows you all the stats, what he's good at. Surprised they don't say he's durable. I feel like Jug's pretty durable, but alright. Yeah, I mean, it looks super clean. It definitely looks very clean. So, nice. It's a good design. I don't know how useful this is, but it's nice. I mean, it definitely looks the game look cool, you know what I mean? It's a really nice landing page for people to say oh, this looks awesome. This game looks so cool. Look at all these cool characters and all their cool abilities and what they do. And then I can play for free. So, that's awesome. Where were we? Coming up. Oh, so I guess this is the last thing. All right, the last thing. This update covers a wide array of tools, all focused on a specific task to make playing Dota more approachable to new and returning players. We hope everyone will find these tools useful in both the short and long term. We expect to be addressing bugs associated with this update and fine-tuning it in the coming days, and we look forward to hearing continued feedback on what we can improve to help you learn and have fun as you play. Don't forget to check out the premiere of Dota Dragon's Blood on Netflix tomorrow. I will be doing that. We're excited to share in the journey of Dragonite and Mirana as they explore this all-new vision of the Dota universe crafted for fans and newcomers alike. After that, we're aiming for the Friday following the Singapore Major as the day the next update ships. The 7.29 update, which should be big, update will include the next hero, very exciting, as well as a balanced, focused gameplay update. And I believe the Friday following the Singapore Major is April 9th. That is what I read. And so, yeah, that's not too long from now. I think that's only about, 2 weeks? About a little bit more than 2 weeks from now. Very exciting. I cannot wait for the new hero, whatever it's going to be. And, yeah, maybe it's going to be Mirana's God. Who knows? Maybe that's what it will be. But, all right. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and let me know in the comments what you think about all this stuff. It seems great. Also, actually, no, I guess one more last thing. I don't know what I should do about the Smurfing series. I mean, obviously, I don't see it as a negative. I see it as something that benefits the community, as people can see. what allows a high MMR player to dominate low MMR players. What do I do different and in the games to do that? But obviously not everyone sees it like that. I don't know what Valve sees it as. I wish I could talk to them and ask them their opinion, because obviously I'm not here to create some issues and things like that. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'll keep it going for now. Maybe I'll do like 1 or 2 more episodes, but I don't know. I guess I don't really know where to go with it, because I know a lot of people enjoy it. I enjoy it. But yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that. I guess I'll have to look into it. All right, I'll see you guys in the next episode, and I'm out. Peace. And that's all. But remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the gameleap website, where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace.